Yeah. Hey, what's good, man? It's Thawahgabar for Black Authentic Truth. Thank you for rocking with me. Thank you for supporting me. And I'm about to go in, man. I got a couple of videos I'm gonna go into. I wasn't able to prepare a Black Authentic Truth story, but I'm definitely going to bring something in the following weeks. I got the Passover coming up. You know, the Passover of the Lord. I'm gonna be in North Carolina, Durham, North Carolina, getting it on. Be out there. So I'm preparing for all of that. And of course, many people don't know, but I did post it on my channel in the post actually, where I presided over my grandmother's funeral. So I had that going on, had a lot of things going on. So it's not business as usual. And I had to make sure all of that was right, with just all the things that go into that. And so, it ain't over yet. I got the Passover this coming up week. And so, yes, I'll be back probably in like the next two weeks, maybe, where I will be able to present, stories, Black authentic truth stories of our ancestors, of the greatness of our people. But that's what's been going on with me, man. Like it's the usual business, but of course, we all got things to do. We all have to, handle our business. Uh, Things may arise that we have to take care of, and that's just a part of life. So that's what's been going on with me. And I'm going to get into some videos. I got a couple of videos lined up, different issues, different things I want to talk about, conversations, discussions that happen in the Black community. And we're going to make it rock and roll. Shout out to all of y'all that's rocking with me, right? Before I get into that, man, it's crazy. Did y'all hear about that missile strike from Iran on Israel? That's crazy. Now that's something that Black people need to be worried about, instead of partying and thinking that life is going to go on how it is. Man, you got these countries that everybody has nuclear weapons. Everybody got the button. Everybody can press that button. Everybody can set it off. It ain't just America now that can just set it off. America has been the forefront, the front runner, uh, with air superiority and having bases and carriers and boats in other people's countries. But Russia, North Korea, Iran, these people, they got that capability too. And so this is a big deal. And then the earthquake that happened in, I believe it was in New Jersey, New York, in New Jersey. Like, these things are starting to happen. But if it was to really set off, and you sitting there somewhere with a blunt in your mouth, you're not gonna know what the hell is going on. If a missile hit America, a lot of our people are not gonna know what's going on. And the sad part about it is that our people, we will be the first victims, like in everything. COVID-19, we was the number one victims. Biological warfare, we will be the number one victims. And of course, if warfare hit this country, we will be the number one victims, simply because we don't know what's going on. And that happened with natural disasters also. Hurricane Katrina, we were the number one victims. And even when there's no rule of law, there's no law enforcement, there's nobody, no stores are open, no police officers, nobody to have control, then it's going to become a race riot. And that's what happened in Hurricane Katrina. Black people were trying to find, higher ground, get to dry ground, and try to find a place where everybody is at. And they walking through the forest, and truckloads of white men just start shooting at them, trying to assassinate them on sight. So that is what will happen if war hits America. And because America is tied to Israel, I mean, that is a high probability. So, man, you just gotta pay attention, keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, and don't get caught slipping. Okay. Now, I'm gonna pull up this first story. Well, it's a video, and I'm just gonna react to it. I'm gonna play it, and then I'm gonna react to it. Okay. Let's get this video up. Be added.
First date.
So let me start it over real quick.
Where would you take me on our first date?
You.
If you dress like that, we're going to the crib first, and then we can do whatever after that. If it depending on how that go.
So this video is titled "A Man Goes Viral for Telling Provocatively Dressed Woman Where He'd Take Her on the First Date." So I want you to pay attention to how the sister is dressed, though. I'm gonna start it from the top.
Where would you take me on our first date?
You. If you dress like that, we're going to the crib first, and then we can do whatever after that. If it depending on how that go. I know you didn't want me to get up there and lie to you.
No, of course not. I don't like lies.
He said, what he said was, we're going to the crib first. If you come dressed like that, we're going to the crib, meaning I'm taking you to the crib and I want to hit that thing. I'm taking you to the crib and I'm trying to get it on because of how you're dressed, right? She got like a bikini on or something. I don't know. It looks like she has a bathing suit that turns into a G-string on. But he said, if you're dressed, he's being honest. And this is the real world. He said, if you're dressed like that, I'm taking you back to my crib. We ain't going out.
But question, why would you be taking me to your house?
Shit, what's wrong with your hotel or something?
No.
B&B?
No.
Shit, car shit like that too.
Wait, oh my God, am I like selling sex to you? I mean, I just feel.
He said, what you want to go? You want to go to a hotel? Because he said, I'll take you to the crib first. If you're dressed like that, I'm taking you to the crib first. If I'm taking you out, or what you want to go to the hotel, or you want to go to an Airbnb. And the sister is like, wait, what am I selling sex? Yes, you're selling sex. I mean, look how, like, a lot of our sisters, unfortunately, have been raised in this way to think that the way they dress, a man is not going to react to them based on how they look. Men do look at women and react to them based on how they look. If a woman is half naked like this sister is, she has damn near a bikini on, a man is only looking at her for one thing. There's nothing else to think about. There's nothing else to imagine. It's, I want to get in those draws. That's it. And he's being honest. She's asked, where would you take me on the first date? What else can I do with you on the first date? Take you to a strip club? Look how you're dressed. And a lot of our sisters just don't get it. And she seems confused, which is confusing to me. Like, who raised you? Like, why would you think that you should be going anywhere classy, sophisticated when you're dressed like this? And this is a message for our sisters that may be getting the same thing and don't understand why they getting the same thing. Why you getting the same type of man? Why does it feel like a man only wants you for what's in between your legs? Maybe because you're advertising, the only thing you're advertising is your exterior, is your body. Okay.
Like, you know, I look good, body look good, but it shouldn't. You make money. It shouldn't. Yeah, I make money. You look real good. Right.
She said,
Where
I look
would you
good.
take me on our first date?
She said, I look good. My body looks good, but it shouldn't. You basically, she was going to say, you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. But that's not how real life works. Like, everybody gets judged on the same basis. If a man is walking around with his drawers hanging out his pants, people are going to look at you a certain kind of way. You know what I mean? If you dress a certain kind of way, people are going to look at you like that. And that's no different from a woman. Is if you're half naked, a man is going to look at you a certain kind of way, and he's going to even approach you a certain kind of way. You feel me? He's going to come at you like, you know what I mean? Like, he can get in those draws. Point blank, period. It ain't nothing else to learn about you. He ain't trying to get to know you, because that's what you're advertising. That's the energy that you're giving off. That's what you're giving off. So that's what a man is interested in. And I hope that this is somebody sees this, a sister sees this, and it hits home. This is why it feels like a man doesn't love you for you. He doesn't love you for your mind. He doesn't love you for how good you can cook. He loves you for your body and what you can do for him sexually, because that's what you constantly present to him. And that's what you advertise. On the flip side, when it comes to a sister like this, what real man, what brother is going to want a woman that every Tom, Dick, and Harry on social media has seen her body? There's nothing left for the imagination, and you can't even have something that's sacred to you as a man. You with a woman, and you, the best part about it is that private parts are only for you in the privacy of your own home. But if her private parts are spread eagle on the internet, which when you post it, it don't go nowhere, then what value is that to you as a man? You want something that is, what's the word I want? What's the word? You want something that is exclusive to you. You know what I mean? As a man, you want something that is, I don't care if your woman, what size, what shape your woman is, or whatever it is, whatever type of woman you like, you don't want her to be spread eagle or just her body on the internet where anybody can see it. Then it takes out the exclusiveness of her being just for you, because everybody done seen every crack and crevice of her body on social media or just in public. That is not a man. A real man does not want that. He doesn't want that. But like this brother was being honest in this video, he basically said, on a date, where would I take you? I'll take you to the crib. I'll take you to a hotel, Airbnb. That's what we're doing off top, because based on how you're dressed, I want to have sex with you. That's what I want. We need to just get to it. Let's skip all of the antics and let's get straight to what you're advertising. So I hope somebody get that, a sister get that. And a lot of our sisters, like this sister, she seems like an airhead. She doesn't understand that the way she presents herself warrants how she will be treated. And she's like, I can't understand it. And you can tell that when it comes to her body is where she gains her confidence from. But even though she's half naked, that doesn't mean that you should look at her like that. And I say again, where and who, or who hasn't raised these sisters? Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna drop that. Let me get to my following video. This one is heavy, but it happens all the time. Now, this is a story of this just happened this past Easter. Youth pastor was killed by the choir director after church. So let me get the story.
A man was gunned down moments after an Easter Sunday church service in South Dallas. Police say the confrontation started with an argument between two men. As NBC5's Alicia Barrera explains, the suspect and victim had close ties to the church.
Good afternoon. It was Easter Sunday, which meant that a lot of people were home, and most of them witnessing when that man was running down 56th Street moments before being gunned down.
He was running on foot. He was running.
All evidence now cleared out, but the images still vivid in the minds of neighbors.
Just scared. Like, I don't want my kids to be, in the front by themselves playing.
Easter Sunday celebrations along 56th Street.
Me and my family, we was in the house playing games.
Blocked off with caution tape after multiple shots were fired.
And all of a sudden we heard two shots. And then next thing you know, you hear pow, 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 pow.
I seen that the guy was laying, on the ground, and, people were yelling.
Police say Joshua Xavier Andrews ran from the scene, but later turned himself in and confessed to shooting Denzel Branch. He's now charged with murder.
The only thing I know is that it started at the church down the street down there. And we seen him running this way.
According to the arrest affidavit, witnesses told police both men had attended Easter services and got into an argument outside of New Generation Church. Branch allegedly punched Andrews in the face, which led the suspect to pull out his gun. Andrews later telling police the argument stemmed from a love triangle after the victim's now ex-wife had an affair with Andrews. Witnesses claim both men had close ties to the church, including the victim allegedly serving as a youth minister. However, the church only posting a statement on Facebook that says in part, they're deeply saddened by the tragic incident. In South Dallas, Alicia Barrera, NBC5.
Now, this is crazy. That's crazy. Now, they both at the church. Now, what it was said was that this brother that was the youth pastor, his wife was already sleeping with the choir director before they got divorced. And something happened where there's different stories that I've seen, but something happened after Easter Sunday where I guess the brother was getting his kids about to leave. He got into it with the choir director and punched him. One of the stories said he punched him through the window of the car. Choir director got out, put out his gun, and shot him. Another one says that he chased him down the street, like this news report we just saw. But this is what happens in the Christian church all the time in the Black community. Pastors sleeping with men's wives, jump offs in the church, all of that, molestation, all of that stuff happens in the Christian church. And this one is kind of quiet because I didn't really hear about this story. But I remember years back, there was a story where the pastor was sleeping with a man's wife they were both in the church. Everybody goes to the same church. And the brother came to confront the pastor on Sunday while he's up there preaching. And the pastor pulls out a gun and shoot and kills him dead inside the church. So this thing ain't nothing that ain't new. This happens all the time. But it's such a shame that we still put our trust in something like the religion of Christianity that was given to our ancestors during slavery. And you see time and time again, it just hasn't worked for our people. You know what I mean? And so I go hard on Christianity because it's a religion based on the Bible. It don't really have anything. And the video that another video I'll be going in probably in the next couple of days, you'll realize a lot of people understand this, that when you look at history, when you look at when you really start to study and you learn world history, you understand that Christianity is a man-made religion, and it's not helping Black people, right? And of course, y'all know that it was used in certain aspects during slavery to make our people feel as though they were inferior to white people, and that white people were in a position because God gave them that position, which is half part true, but the slave versus the master type of thing. This thing right here is sad though. And I look at it like these brothers was warring over this woman, in the same church. You got to still go to that same church and see the mother of your children with another man, and they were doing this thing before you ever got divorced. That's got to be a horrible thing. And then you lose your life on Easter. I mean, it's supposed to be, the day when, what was it? What is it? What was that, Friday? Or no, they say it was on Easter, after Easter service. So that's in Christianity, they believe that's the resurrection and all of that, right? But that just shows you that the people in there are no different than the people outside. Because there's plenty of brothers, I even know of brothers that done died or had a fight over a woman. And so this brother, he's supposed to be a godly man in the choir and all of that, and he's sleeping with this married man's woman. And then he ends up murdering this brother out of pure rage because he wants this woman. But the thing is, this is the lesson in all of that. The lesson is, because it doesn't just, this story ain't no single story. This happens all the time in our community, where a lot of gang wars, battles, brothers going back and forth with each other, shootouts happen over a woman. Y'all know it's the truth. Y'all know that's the truth. A lot of brothers have lost their life over a woman, over fighting over a woman. My advice to a brother, if a woman don't want you, leave her alone. There's plenty of more women you can go and get. Plenty of single women, right? Also, if a woman has a man and she has a man, leave her alone. Don't try to pursue her and try to make her your woman and try to take her from that man. That's what we do all the time in our community. We sing about it and rap about it in the songs. It's like it's like a trophy. It's bragging rights to be able to say, I took your bitch. Excuse my language. I took your woman. It's bragging rights in our community to say, I slept with your woman. Yeah, you sleep with her every night, but I had her too. That's evil, y'all. That ain't cool. You should in our community, we shouldn't give people props for that. That ain't nothing cool. This is a sad story. Now think about the children. They don't have a father, and they got to look at their mother. Now they don't have a father, and now their mother is going to go and get with some new man. But before that, they had to deal with their mother looking at this new man in the house. This choir director. Now he done took the life of their father, and now they got to live with that, man. Like we be living lives where we don't even give a damn about our children. We don't care how we affect our children. Like I was telling a brother the other day, when how I grew up, how we grew up, like in school and stuff, they would tell you straight up and down. They would say, when you have a baby, your life is over. That's what they would say. They would say, when you have a baby, your life is over because you got to tend to that baby now. It was just like more raw and straight to the point, straight cut. It's like you have a baby, your life is over. You ain't gonna be able to go to the high school parties. You're not gonna be able to do nothing because you're gonna have your child to tend to. So don't do it. But this is just a sad story, man. Really, really sad. It's unfortunate, man. But it happened in a place where God is supposed to be in that place. You know what I mean? Now I'm gonna get to my last story.
Bible is a history book.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a religious book. Mm-hmm. It's a history book.
Yeah.
And like I ask people, what's religious about honoring your father and your mother?
Yeah.
Is that a religion?
Yeah.
No, that's history. You know what I mean? And once I locked in to who this book is talking about, it's talking about my people.
Yeah.
Nobody else fit the description in that book but my people. You
Yes,
feel what I'm
sir.
saying? So when you know your history and you strong about your history, can't nobody fuck with you.
Come
Just
on.
like the white man. He gonna show you his American history all day. You gonna know some American lit. You gonna know that, bro.
Come on.
And look at him. I mean, he's done his thing, hasn't he?
Come on.
Right? So he knows his history. He know what he doing. He know what he's supposed to be doing right now.
Hey, like the brother said, the many times I get this where people come at me and be like, well, that's fair. That you reading from a book, that's a fairy tale. Now, if you really did your history, can't nobody mess with you. A lot of times when people say that, I say, well, show me a source, show me something that can like prove that the Bible is not real, right? And they never can. Because when you know world history and biblical history, they line up together. But the people that say it's not real and it's not this and that, they never can provide a source. They'll say some contradictions. They'll say, well, this contradicts that. This is, I had a brother that came on the page not too long ago. What'd he say? Let me look. I probably can find the actual comment. Y'all give me a second. I probably can actually find the comment. I'm gonna go and look real quick and see. There's a brother that said, I can't remember what he said, but he said something that is really just a misunderstanding. But he said it was a contradiction. I don't know if I answered him or not. I probably did answer him, but let me see. Let me see. Where is it at? It was a long paragraph, what I can remember. It's pretty long. Let's see. I'm gonna respond to that. You was on my this brother right here, Derek MC, said that was very yeah, I'm gonna get to you, Derek. Yeah. Let me see. Let me see. I can't really. Okay, I can't. I had to look for it, but a lot of times when people think that there is a contradiction, it's really just a misunderstanding, and they don't understand. That's all it be when it comes to the Bible. They just don't understand what it's saying. Many people. You like when I started to learn, I was like, damn. There's a lot of misunderstood things said in the Bible that people take a whole nother way. And so, like what this brother said in that video, that was the truth. He said, man, when you stand on your history, when you know your history, can't nobody F with you. And the same thing goes for what he said at the end. He said, the white man, he knows his history and he makes sure you know it. Black people can tell you all about American history, but Black people can't tell you about history before we got here on slave ships. Black people kind of, the mind goes blank. But what he said was real. Like, they make sure they remind you of their history, of their triumphs and their defeats. But we don't have any, we don't have anything of our own as far as historical context, other than it starts right here in America. What he was saying was on point. I wanted to get to there was something that the brother said that I wanted to respond to. Okay. I probably gonna have to make a whole video, but the brother was talking about when I speak about us coming through the transatlantic slave trade, and the brother was saying that what I was saying was very limited. All of our people they didn't come from slavery. His family was already here before they lost battles attempting not to fall into slavery. And so the thing is that you get a lot of our people that say we were already here. Everybody didn't come on a slave ship. We were already here. Okay, specifically, who were you? I know brothers can say, oh, my grandfather was this tribe, that tribe. Okay, now let's go even deeper. Do you know when you start to actually look at the language of the Native American Indians, that it is Hebrew in origin? The language, it has Egyptian loan words, Hebrew. In Cherokee country, go look this up. I know this off the top of my head. They found the Bat Creek Stone. Now, in Bat Creek Stone, they found, and they didn't know what it was. It was upside down. They were trying to read it. It turned out to be Paleo Hebrew. In Cherokee country, before the Cherokees got pushed out of their territory and had to do the Trail of Tears and walk to Oklahoma. Look at their practices. How, the Great Spirit, in many tribes, the Great Spirit is considered the Most High. I'm out here in Southern California in the area of San Bernardino County by the range of mountains. You have the Serrano Indians, or the San Manuel Indians. Their origin story said they were guided here by a light in the sky, just like the Israelites. That's their origin story. So I'm not saying that I'm not saying conclusively, but I'm saying this. When Black people say we all didn't come, I've heard some Black people say slavery never happened. We was already here, like we were already here in America. But some of them say, well, we didn't all come, like the brother said, and it's no disrespect. When you start to go and look at what was the language, break it down. Where's the origin story where they came from? Many tribes said they did not originate here. The white man calls them indigenous. They were just here first. That's all that was. They didn't originate on this continent. Some of them say they came from the East. That's what some of them say. And so I understand that a lot of our people they're categorized as Negroes. Even back then, with the Dawes rolls and all that, and the lighter Indians versus the dark Indians were categorized as being Negroes. I understand that. but go deeper than that. Let's go into what they ate, the type of foods they ate, their practices, the clothing, the way they worship. All of these things should play a part into what is the identity of these people that was here first, that were here when the Europeans got here. So I just wanted to bring that out. But anyway, man, I'm about to drop it, man. That's all I got for y'all tonight. I gotta get up out of here. My sister is in town. She's about to go back home to Kentucky, and so I'm gonna go chill with her, and then I'll be back. I'll probably be back this Wednesday. Yeah, I'll be back with something before I ship out to go to the Passover. And there, I'm definitely probably going to go live just to give y'all an experience and see what it's really like and see how I move. Probably make a little mini documentary with my family. I've done it plenty of times. I've never posted them, but I'll probably do it this time. So I'm about to get up out of here. Hey, shout out to all of y'all that was been rocking with me this whole live. It wasn't really that long. How long we've just been going about 30 minutes. But shout out to y'all, and I'll see y'all again. And with that, this is Black Authentic Truth.